Hello viewers, you are welcome to my channel. So today I just want us to do these important topics in mathematics. Okay, so there is factor and remainder theorem. Okay, so we are going to start with factor theorem. All right, factor theorem. So these are the simplest topics that you don't need even to jump. These are under polynomials. Okay, so we are going to talk about factor theorem, what factor theorem is, what remainder theorem is, and explain some concepts about them. Okay, so you are welcome. If you are new to this YouTube channel, don't forget to subscribe, okay, for more videos. All right, so you need to know what factor theorem is for you to solve this question. So factor theorem actually says that if, let me just try to explain before I solve this question, because this question is saying that is x minus 2 a factor of this. Okay, so this is a polynomial. All right, px is equals to x to the power 4 minus 5x squared plus 4. So it is asking us, is this a factor of that? All right, so let's see what factor theorem talks about. So factor theorem, it says that, okay, it says that if x minus c, okay, if x minus c is a factor, okay, is a factor of what? Of px. So px, it is just denoting the polynomial. Okay, px, it is just denoting or representing a polynomial, px. Okay, px, like that. It is just representing a polynomial. So it can also be represented by f of x. Okay, we can say f of x or p of x. It is just one and the same. All right, so factor theorem says that if this is a factor of a polynomial, okay, if this is a factor of the polynomial, then, okay, it continues saying then p of what? Of c is equal to 0. Then p of c, it's supposed to give you what? It's supposed to give you 0. So what is c? So c, it is this which is here. It is a constant. It is a number which is here. So c can be any number. Okay, it can be 2, it can be 5, it can be 7, or any number that can be here. It can be like here, for instance, here is 2. You see, x is here, x is here. Okay, so this can be any number. Then here they can be any, it can be negative or positive, it doesn't matter. But what matters is that there is a number. So c can be any number. So what it means, p of c is equal to 0. If this is a factor, then p of c is equal to 0. Okay, let me try to take you back. There are some functions which you were solving, okay? When a function is f of x, let's say f of x is equal to x squared plus 1, not so? Then when you are told to find f of 2, you are saying that f of 2, you put the 2 here, you square plus 1 like that, then you find the answer, which is going to be like that, okay, which is going to be like that, not so? Yes, so this is what it means when they say p of c. So p of c means that p is a number. So when you put a number in a polynomial, if it is a factor, if this is a factor, it's supposed to give you 0. That is what it means. Okay, if it is a factor, then it's supposed to give you what? It's supposed to give you 0 after solving the problem. You're getting the point. I hope you've understood. So this is the concept about factor theorem. Okay, this is the concept about factor theorem. So a factor is a number that you can divide into something without giving you a remainder. Okay, so without giving you a remainder, so the remainder is what? Is 0. You can divide any number into, let's say for instance you have 10. Okay, 10 divided by what? So we'll say, what is a common factor of 10? A factor is a number, any number that you can divide in this without giving you a remainder. Like 5 can go in this 2 times without giving you a remainder, right? Okay, but when you do 3 into it, you are going to get 3 remainder 1, like that. Okay, so but a factor is a number that when you divide into this, it will give you the number that you want, and the remainder will be what? 0. So what it gives you this side, it is the remainder. So the remainder is what? Is 0. So if the remainder is 0, then that is a factor. That is what it means. I'm sure you've gotten that point. So we are told to say, is this a factor of this polynomial? Is this a factor of this polynomial? So we'll know that the remainder will be what? Will be 0. Okay, so what we are supposed to do is to find what? Is to find C. What is C? So in here, what is C? So C is this number. Okay, so what we do, we need to find this number, which is the value of x. So we'll get this value, we'll say x minus 2. We need to equate it to 0. That is the first thing that we are supposed to do, is to equate it to 0 and find the value of x. So the value of x, this when it comes inside, it becomes positive what? Positive 2, like that. So if we say p of x, so this is p of x, we are going to copy the polynomial. So the polynomial is x to the power 4 minus 5 x to the power 2 plus 4, like that. Okay, plus 4. Now is p of, so this is c. Okay, so if we are trying to find c in here, we'll say x minus c is equal to 0. Then we say x is equal to positive what? Positive c. That is what I meant here. That is what I've done here. Okay, so we'll say, we'll get the c, we'll get the 2. That is what it means. So if p of 2, if you put 2 here, so when you substitute 2 in this, so we'll say 2 to the power 4 minus 5, then 2 to the power what? 2 plus what? Plus 4, like that. Then you solve this. Okay, so what is 2 to the power 4? 2 to the power 4, it just means that it is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is what it means. The power, it means something like this. When you do 2 times 2, that's 4. Then 2 times 2, that's 4. 4 times 4, that is 16. Okay, so meaning that here we are going to have what? 16. Okay, then minus 5. What is 2 to the power 2? That is 5. Or 2 to the power 2, that is what? 4. Okay, then there's plus 4, like that. Then we'll say it is equal to 16. What is this times 5 times 4? 5 times 4, it is going to give us what? 20. Then plus 4. Okay, so here when we solve this problem here, it is going to give us what? It is going to give us 0. How? This is 20, right? This is negative 20 plus 4. So negative 20 plus 4, it is going to give you negative 16. And positive 16 minus 16, it is going to give you what? It is going to 0, to give you 0. So meaning that this value, it is a factor. It is a factor of this polynomial because it is giving us the remainder to be what? To be 0. So this is the remainder. It is giving us the remainder to be what? To be 0. So if you want, you can actually prove this by solving the polynomial, by dividing the polynomial using long division or synthetic division. Okay, let's try if the remainder will be 0. Let's try if the remainder will be 0. Okay, so we have x to the power 4 minus 5 x to the power 2 plus 4. Okay, so what we are supposed to do first is to arrange this polynomial. Okay, this polynomial is to arrange it. So what you're supposed to do when you're using long division or synthetic division, what we do is we say we arrange this, meaning that it's going to be x to the power 4. They're supposed to be plus 0x to the power 4, then power 3, right? Then minus, this follows 5x power 2 plus 0x plus 4, right? Okay, so if we use synthetic division, we are going to say this is what we are going to have. Okay, this is what we are going to have. We are going to have x. Okay, we are going to have x. The coefficient of x is 1. The coefficient of this is 0. The coefficient of this is negative 5. The coefficient of this is 0. And the coefficient of this is 4. Okay, is 4. We're just trying to prove the remainder if it will be 0. Okay, so here we have this. Okay, we are trying to prove if this is the what? The factor. So meaning that we are supposed to divide this into that. So we are trying to find the value of x. And the value of x, we said that it is equal to what? Is equal to 2. Okay, so meaning that we are going to bring the 2 here. Then we say we add here. So we are going to bring the 1 down. Okay, like that. Then we are going to multiply 2 times 2, or 2 times 1, that's 2. That is how we solve a synthetic division. Okay, so we'll say 0 plus 2, that is going to give us what? 2. Okay, then 2 times 2, it is going to give you what? 4. Then 4, negative 5 plus 4, that is going to give you what? Negative 1. Then here we are going to say 2 times negative 1. 2 times negative 1, that is negative 2, right? Then 0 plus negative 2, it is going to give you negative 2. Then we say 2 times negative 2, it is going to give you negative 4. Then 4 plus negative 4, it is going to give you what? 0. So the remainder here is what? Is 0. We have proven. So you can use this, but the factor theorem, the formula to use, it is what I solved. Okay, that one for putting p of a number, p of c, that is the factor theorem. Okay, so that is one and the same thing. Okay, I'm sure you've understood about the factor theorem. So now let's talk about the remainder theorem. Okay, so the remainder theorem says that okay, it's just one and the same, but what you need to know is that when you divide the value of, when you put c in the polynomial, and it gives you a remainder, any number starting from negative to positive, like that. Let's say we have found that it is what? It is 4. Okay, then meaning that the remainder is what? Is 4. So when you divide something, when you divide any number into a polynomial, and it gives you a remainder, we call it remainder theorem. Okay, We call it what? Remainder theorem. All right, so let's prove. Okay, let's say here we have x plus 3. Okay, let's say we have x plus 3. Then you're asked, is it a factor? Okay, is it a factor of the polynomial? This same polynomial, right? This same polynomial. Then we are talking about the factor theorem. I mean the remainder theorem. Huh? So the remainder theorem will give you a remainder when you divide this in that. So let's prove if it is a remainder theorem or it is a factor theorem. Okay, so we'll say find the value of x, then x plus 3, it is going to give us x is equal to negative 3, like that, right? Then when you divide, when you copy the polynomial is this, is equal to x to the power 4 minus 5x squared plus 4. Okay, okay, so we are going to say p of negative 3, all right, is equal to, this is going to be negative 3 to the power 4 minus 5 negative 3 to the power 2 plus 4, like that. Then this will give you, this is negative 3 to the power 4, it is going to give you 81, like that. Then here this is 3 squared. 3 squared is going to give you 9. Then 9 times negative 5 is going to give you negative 45. Then plus 4. So this is going to give you a negative, this 4 plus negative 45 is going to give you negative 41. Okay, then here it's going to give you, this is 1, this is going to give you 40. Okay, it is going to give you 40, right, like that. So the remainder is what? The remainder is 40. So meaning that this, it is not a factor, but it is a what? A remainder. So this is what we call remainder theorem. When it gives you the remainder, it is called the what? Remainder theorem. When it gives you the remainder, it is called the remainder theorem. So this is the remainder. Okay, so if we try to solve this question, let's say by long division or synthetic division, it's just one and the same. So let's try to solve it using synthetic long division. If we are going to find the remainder as 40, so the remainder is what? Is 40, right? So if we try to solve it by long division, so we are going to say this is x plus 3, right? Then we are going to say this polynomial, it is x to the power 4 minus 0 x to the power 3. Okay, then there is plus, right? Then negative 5 x to the power 2 plus 0x to the power 1 plus 4. Let's try to divide this polynomial. Okay, so if we do it, this is going to be x in x to the power 4. It is going to give you what? X power 3. So it's going to give you x power 3. Then x power 3 multiplied by this, which is here. So x times x power 3 times x, it's going to give you x power 4, like that. Then x power 3 times 3, it's going to give you what? 3x cube, like that. Then here we subtract. That is what we do. Okay, so then this is going to give you 0. Then this, so this is just this negative, it is multiplying with everything. When it multiplies with this, so this is going to be 4 minus this, so it's going to give us 0. This is 0. Okay, then this is 0 minus 3, because negative times positive, it is negative. So 0 minus 3, it's going to give you negative 3x to the power 3. Okay, then we bring down this. Since we have two variables, so we need to have two variables as well here. So we are going to have two variables when we bring down this. So it's going to be 5x squared. Okay, so we are going to say x into negative 3x power 3. So it is going there, negative 3x squared. Okay, so then when we multiply this negative 3x multiplied by x, it is going to give you negative 3x to the power 3. Okay, then negative times positive is going to give you what? Negative. Then 3x squared times 3, it is going to give you 9x squared. Okay, here you subtract like that. Okay, like that. Then here you're going to say negative times negative, that's positive. So mean that 3 plus this, it is 0. Okay, it is 0. Then negative times negative, it's positive, mean that we have positive here. Then when we say 3 negative 5 plus 9, so negative 5 plus 9 is going to give you what? Positive 4x squared. Okay, so we have one value here, so we need to have two values here, or two variables here. So mean that we are going to bring down the 0 down. Okay, we are going to bring down the 0 like that. So this is going to be 0x to the power 1. Okay, so we'll say 3, or we're going to say x into this. All right, so x into this, so x into x squared into 4x squared, it's going to give us positive 4x. Okay, it's going to give us positive 4x. Then positive 4x multiplied by this, multiplied by x. Okay, it is going to give us 4x squared. It's going to give us 4x squared. Okay, then when we say this same one, 4x multiplied by 3, it is going to give us 4 times 3, that is 12. So that's positive 12. Okay, positive 12x, like that. So here we subtract. Okay, so we're going to say negative times this. I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry. So we are going to say negative times positive. This is positive. So negative times positive, it is negative. So mean that we are going to say 4 minus 4, that is 0. Okay. Then negative times positive, that is going to give us negative. So 0 minus 12, that's going to give us negative what? Negative 12x, right? Negative 12x there. Then, since we have one variable here, we need to bring down the 4. There is 4 here. So we need to bring down the what? The 4. So that is positive 4. That means that it's going to be what? Like this, positive 4. Okay. So we are going to say x. We are dividing x into this. So we are going to say x into 12x. So we are going to have negative 12. So up here we have negative 12. Okay, negative 12 multiplied by what? By x. So it is going to give us negative 12x. So it is going to give us negative 12x. Okay, down here negative 12x, like that. Then we are going to multiply this same negative 12 by 3. Okay, negative 12 by positive 3. What is 12 times 3? So 12 times 3, it is going to give you, 36. Okay, it is going to give you what? 36, but don't forget it is negative 36, like that. All right, negative 36. Then don't forget here you are multiplying by negative. Okay, so we are going to say positive times positive, it's positive, so this is going to be positive negative 12 plus 12, that is going to give you what? 0. Then here we're going to say negative times negative, that's going to be what? Positive. Okay, then we say 4 plus 36. So 4 plus 36, it will give you what? 40. So the remainder is what? Is 40. All right, so the remainder is 40. So we have proven, though long division, it's a little bit long. Okay, that is why it is called long division. But if it was synthetic division, then it would have been fast and straightforward. So let's try to solve it using synthetic division before I shed more light about this. Whole thing. Okay, so if it was synthetic division, okay, if it was synthetic, then this is going to be like this. Okay, this is going to be like this, right? Okay, like that. Then here we have so the coefficient of this, it is what? It is 1. Okay, the coefficient of that, it is 0. They have to be 0 to the power 3, then negative 5, okay, then 0, okay, then 4. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. So this is positive 1. So the value of x, the value of x is equal to negative 3. So you put negative 3 here, then here you are adding. Then you bring down the 1 down. Then we are going to say negative 3 times 1. That's going to be negative 3. Then 0 plus negative 3 is going to give you negative 3. Then negative 3 times negative 3, it is going to give you what? Positive 9. So positive 9, negative 3 plus positive 9 is going to give you what? 4. Okay, it's going to give you positive 4. Then negative 3 times positive 4, it is going to give you what? Negative 12. Okay, negative 12. So 0 plus negative 12, so it is going to give you negative 12. Then 3 times negative 12. 3 times negative 12, it's going to give you, so this is negative and negative. So negative times negative, it is what? It is positive. Then 3 times 3, or 3 times 12, it is going to give you 36. Okay, then 4 plus 36, it is what? 40. So the remainder is what? 40. So about the remainder theorem. Remainder theorem is when you divide a certain number into something, it will give you the answer, but it will also give you what? The remainder. Okay, it will give you the remainder. But for factor theorem, when you divide something into a certain number or a polynomial, it is supposed to give you a 0. Okay, so that is what is about factor and remainder theorem. So in the next video, I'm going to solve some exam questions about remainder theorem and as well as factor theorem. So there are some questions that come in an exam. So this is how you must know what remainder theorem is and factor theorem. Thank you for watching. I've been your tutor, Patrick Divine. So if you need tuitions, you can contact me on 0975 334 778. Thank you.